Hi.
Hi, Eve.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was relaxing. How was yours?
Did you go home?
Well, this is my home. I'm born and raised in LA, so like I know people forget that, but when everyone else leaves town, I'm like, I'm still here.
Like, were you born and raised in West Side or like not West Side, like West Hollywood, LA, or like the Valley?
Yeah, like I went to Beverly Hills High, so like, did you not know that?
No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're
Like
like an
LA,
original.
LA. Like I
Yeah.
am from LA.
It's
Yep.
funny. I went and saw my boyfriend's family for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was interesting. Don't recommend staying at their place. We didn't, thank God. Not
Right.
anything against them, but just because I was like, this is a lot of family time with family
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Then we went to Hawaii for 5 days with my boyfriend's two best childhood friends.
I saw that. And you got home.
We got home safely, kind of.
Right.
Um, it was, yeah, I don't know. This whole like having a boyfriend and having to hang out with his friends and like his family,
It's a lot. Incorporating someone into your life is a lot. It's a lot. Especially when you're used to just being by yourself and doing your own thing.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
like I'm used to being at home with my family, right? Where like they get
Right.
my sense of humor and like I
Totally.
don't have to be on, you know?
Completely. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was on for a lot of portions of time and I like basically I wanted to sleep all day Monday when I got back because I was drained. My bad ass was
Yes.
drained.
I
Um,
could understand that.
what was I going to ask you? I had a question for you. Oh, how's your little pupper?
He's good. He's in the other room right now being a little shit, doing
I
whatever. We
feel
don't
like
know.
I saw you post about him sometime recently. Were you at the dog park with him?
I'm
Some
at the dog park almost every single day.
Does he like make dog park friends or is he one of those dogs that just like sits beside you?
No, he's very social. He has more friends than I do. He has a whole like group of friends that he hangs out with. Like he's yes, yeah, he is a man of the dog park. He has lots of girlfriends. Like,
Wait, I want him to hang out with Baby. Can they play?
they can play. Yeah, they should. They should. He's a little man, but he's good. He's good.
Baby's just completely passed out to sleep. He's like, whatever, life's fine. Don't really
Yeah.
care. Oh, so what shall we talk about today?
Well, I think we should talk about some cultural topics that are going on right now. Namely the Haley Bailey lawsuit and what's going on with Matt Khalil. I mean, that's been top of mind for me.
Yeah, no, no, no. Is her name actually Haley Bailey?
No, I think that was just like her handle on Instagram,
Okay,
but she was going by Haley Khalil. Now that they're divorced, I'm not sure if she's still going by Haley
it's
Khalil, but she was.
okay.
Um,
And is her husband still active in the NFL? I don't
So
think
he's no longer in the NFL. Matt
what?
retired, I want to say, like a year or two ago. So he's a former NFL player.
Okay, so backstory on this for people who don't know is
Yeah.
basically Haley went on a podcast. Correct me if I'm getting this wrong, but Haley went on a podcast and she was basically like, the reason for me and Matt's divorce was his dick is the size of two Coke cans and it was like impossible to have sex. So like our sex life suffered and we went to counselors and like all these different people and we couldn't fix it. So we had to get divorced.
Essentially, yes.
Do you agree that
And
that's grounds for divorce?
I mean, listen, like I think it is grounds for it sucks. I mean, it's unfortunate. But also my whole thing is I'm like, how did she not like she
How did
unless
you
they're
not
like
know this
more
in advance?
right, like unless they're like Mormon, which like no shade, whatever, but like
I don't think
unless
she
you're
is.
right. So unless you're like waiting till marriage to have sex, how did you not know that that was his size before you got married, right? Like you just thought that it was gonna change. Like I don't know. I don't get that. Like how
He was gonna have a replacement surgery year two. Like you get a mommy makeover, I get a dick makeover.
right? Like I don't know. But yes, that's what happened. And she specifically said on this podcast or whatever that his dick was so big that it was like the size of two Coke cans, maybe three.
Okay, which to be fair, I don't think men understand how uncomfortable that is. Like it loses. First of all, we're going down a sex topic I didn't know we were going to go down, but
So it goes.
you don't actually gotta penetrate me. That's just not part of the way women's organs work. You can, it's fine, but you don't like that. Actually, doesn't need to happen. For the man.
Yes.
So
Everyone is
just
obviously different in that regard, but I think the majority of women don't get off that way anyway, but that's okay. But whatever.
which is
But
fine, but I'm just saying, like, and it's fine. You can put it in there. We get it. Like, you like to do that. That's fine. I'm gaining nothing from it. So the bigger you are, it's nice to look at. But in fact, the more uncomfortable that part of the I'm gaining nothing from it is.
yes, yes. I first of all, I don't even know how they had sex at all with that situation. I could not imagine. I would be scared. I literally be like, oh no, no. Like, that'd be a deal breaker for me right off the bat. Like, I would just be like, I'm sorry, you're
Yeah.
lovely, like, you're a wonderful guy, but, like, there's no way that's coming inside of me. Like, oh, actually, that I didn't mean for it to sound that. Okay, that was bad, but you know what I mean. I didn't mean it like that. I meant just like entering.
Right. Like,
Okay.
absolutely not. It's a no-go zone. Well, and it's like, there just comes a point where, like, I don't want to feel like a hole that's getting plowed.
Right. Yeah.
Using gardening tool jackhammer,
Yes.
even if you're smooth about it. Like,
No, absolutely. But what I find so interesting about this particular situation is that she went on this podcast, right? And she said that that's the reason they got divorced, which, like, is her truth, right? And, like, listen,
her
should
experience.
right, should she have said that? Like, probably not. But, like, if she had said there were problems with our sex life, like, you know, they would have been like, well, what do you mean? Why? Like, give us more details. Like, people would have
Right.
then, like, just kind of made up their own narrative to that, right? So all she was doing was being honest.
Right.
But should she have said that? Probably not. Well, so now
go ahead.
now he's suing her
Right.
because over this. And this, what I find interesting is that this podcast or whatever happened back in November. And like when it happened, I was like, that's crazy, whatever. But like I had honestly forgotten about it. Like I had kind of like put it in the back of my mind and I was just like, okay, whatever. And now he's like bringing this whole thing up again.
Well,
So,
right. So he's making two arguments, right? The first argument that he's making is basically that it was an invasion of his privacy, which,
right.
yes, your dick size
Yeah.
is a private matter, right? But you know what else is a private matter? Your mental health. You know what else is a private matter? Like your tattoos under your shirt. Like no one's seen them. She could have talked about that. There could have been a million different things. I think the salaciousness of it is why A, she said it. I do think she did it for clout. B, why he's suing. But the reality is, like, why are we putting dicks on a pedestal? Dick, mental health, tattoo, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of private factors about a relationship. She was talking on her like truth about that. Like, what if she put it this way? What if she'd come on that podcast and she'd been like, the reason that we divorced was because he was severely anxious. And no one knew that about him. It was her truth. It was something
Right.
she experienced. And I think plenty of people like could say that they don't know about public figures' mental health, right? They don't know exactly what's going on, right? That's a private fact. Is she not allowed to speak on her truth? Real Housewives do it all the time about their divorce proceedings in much more detail.
Absolutely. And I mean, I do think that that's an interesting way of looking at this because my whole thing is that's why he obviously can't sue her for defamation because what she said is clearly true, right? So he can't sue her for defamation because he's like, well, I mean, it is massive, right? So it's
Bring
not
that in Discovery. I want photos of it.
right, like I mean, I honestly do want photos. I just am curious as to what that really looks like. But that aside, I mean, that's obviously why he can't sue her for defamation because what she said is not a lie. What she said is true. Again, I do understand that this is a private matter, but also like that's why they got divorced, right? And she's just saying like this is why we got divorced. Like your dick was too big for me.
Exactly. And so like from a legal perspective, like there's basically two claims he's making. One's the invasion of privacy. Like this is something private. You made it public. You did it for your own gain and for my harm, right? And then the second thing that he's talking about is kind of the way that this is like the damages from this, the way this has impacted his family, the way this has impacted him. Never have I ever heard a man be like, she called my dick too big. Hurt me. No one wants
Same.
me now. No one wants me. Like, what?
No. Well, same. And like my whole thing is like the damages thing. I'm just sort of like, I'm sorry, what? Like you can't get brand deals now or you can't like do things you used to do because like your dick's too big? Like are people like, oh, sorry, we can't work with you now because like you have a huge cock? I mean, I again, like correct me if I'm wrong, but like I don't think that's what's I think the damages he's really referring to.
Did, and here's the crazy part. If it did, if some brand was like, we can't work with you because your dick's too big, that in effect would be discrimination.
Exactly.
Like
right.
No brand could literally say that. Not to
right.
mention he could probably get brand deals because of it. Like,
As
where's
I had
Trojan?
said.
Like,
right.
Trojan Magnums, where you at?
Yo, like literally. So Yeah, I mean, I think that well, again, from what I'm understanding, like, he's suing her because he's saying that, like, he's basically been subjected to all of these comments, like, online. He's remarried now, so I guess apparently his new wife is being harassed by people online, being like, send us photos. His family's being harassed. And, like, that sucks. And I definitely feel badly for him about that because that's not
Sure.
fun to deal with. But, like, I'm just kind of like, okay, but dude, you suing her, you're now bringing attention back to the issue
That's
that we had
it.
all forgotten about. I moved on. Like, my attention span is very small, okay? Literally. So, November, that might as well have been like 2022 as far as I'm concerned.
1000%.
Like,
Well, and also you saw Tom Brady's like agent or manager or whatever, the like post that they made.
no, I didn't actually.
Okay, so similar to this, right? So Tom Brady, I don't know, agent manager, somebody related to his team, basically is like, we don't want his public life like in the public eye. Like, stop talking about like the Alex Earl shit, whatever. Like he has to do. You
Yeah,
know what I
regarding to
mean?
Alex.
And
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you were in the public eye prior to
Right.
Alex. Prior
Right.
to Giselle, you were in the
Right.
NFL, right? Like
Right.
Matt, you chose this lifestyle, you chose this career. This is like when reality TV stars are like, please allow us to be private. It's like, no, you make money off being a public figure. You
Right.
signed up for this shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might not like it. I get you might not like it. There are plenty of things I don't like about my job. You want me to go down that laundry list? Like,
Right. No, totally. And it's just very interesting to me how not just the internet, but people in general are very, very divided about this. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, I'm Team Matt, like, she totally invaded his privacy and like this never should have been discussed and like blah, blah, blah. And then there's people like me who are like, should she have said it? Probably not. But like to sue her over it, I think is crazy. And like,
and for what gain?
right. Like, he's suing her for $75,000, which is like probably what he's going to spend on his lawyers anyway. So I'm just kind of like, what's the point?
So he's suing her for more than 75,000. 75,000 is the cutoff in order to be able to file
Oh,
it as a lawsuit. So
okay.
anything under 75,000, he would have to file in a different court system. So
Got
you
it.
usually allege damages over that, which I'm sorry, I would love to see how he's going to prove his damages. Because like, did you go to therapy a lot over your dick size?
Well, maybe he did. We don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe
But
he
even if
did.
you went to therapy every week at $200 a week, when do we get up to? And do you need the money? Like, you're worth multi-millions.
Right. Like, the fact that he's suing her for money is what I find ridiculous because I'm like, okay, I would understand if you were suing her to prove a point, right? Like Gwyneth did with the $1
Sure.
lawsuit.
Sure.
Like, that was epic. Like, go off. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do something like that, I would at least be more understanding to that.
Right.
But like, you're suing her for money. So it's like, okay, now we're getting, to me, now I'm like, okay, now we're getting petty, right? Like, it's
I
like, you
wonder if
gotta pick your lane.
alimony. I would love to see like how their divorce assets were split up. Also, so thinking about this like from the legal perspective, him suing her for money makes no sense because he could have literally just filed a cease and desist and been like, if you don't stop, right? Like, I don't think she's going to bring it up again. It's not like that one clip after it deadpanned, she then like gained 100,000 followers talking about his dick, right? Like, she said it once.
I think he's saying that she did. He's saying that she gained like monetary advances or whatever because of this, which I don't know if she did or if she didn't. I mean, she has millions and millions of followers on Instagram and whatever.
It
So
viral
like,
because of this, like for the first
yeah,
time.
right.
Wait, okay, well, this brings to a whole different discussion. So both of us posted about this online, and both of us got similar feedback, most of which was directed at, well, the feedback we got that was negative was mostly men being like, imagine if a man did this to a woman.
Right.
And our thoughts are, they've been doing it for fucking the entirety of the universe.
I don't have to imagine because it's literally been done a million times. Like, what do you mean imagine? Like,
Right.
oh, like,
Where do you
like,
think
dude,
the movement started from? Like our ass?
Exactly. So, like, for me, I'm just kind of like, I don't feel bad making light of this situation. Also, because it's like, let's just bring this back, right? Like, me and you are not the ones who brought this to the forefront, okay?
No.
This isn't my story. Like, this isn't, like, I have not seen Matt Khalil's dick, okay? I didn't go on a podcast talking about it. I want to see it now. But I mean, like, I didn't go on a podcast talking about it. All I'm doing is, like, making light of a situation that, frankly, it is like, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like funny, but like it's crazy. Like it is. It's just
Sure, I can guarantee you that when you were in middle school, at some point, some man made a sexual comment about you, whether it was that you were flat chested, whether that was that your boobs were bigger than everyone else's, whether it was that you were loose and easy in a hoe, whether it was that you had manly shoulders, whether it was that, like, the list can go on and on, right? Like, all of us have had those comments made the
yeah, for
entirety
sure.
of our life. And not only that, like, shall I talk about the Howard Stern show and the like
Oh my
50 other
God.
shows like that are literally making money off women's sexuality and off our backs without our consent or without us being able to do a damn god thing about it. Like,
100%. 100%. That's why I don't feel bad. That's why I'm
no.
just kind of like, I'm not going to feel bad making light of this situation because it's been done to us so many times, like so many times.
Well, and it's also
So,
like the difference here to me also is that we're talking about something that is generally considered a positive.
right.
Generally
That's the other
considered
thing.
like that'd be like if I was like, "Oh my god, I had to divorce my husband because he was just so hot. He was getting so much attention and it really derailed my mental health." And someone was like, "That's personal. Sorry, I was so hot." Like,
Like, I'm just going to say this and people can take this however they want. But if someone went on a podcast and said, I had to divorce Dana because her was literally the most amazing, beautiful, delicious thing I've ever seen, I would be like, thank you. I mean,
right.
are you for real? Like,
Like, I can't take this seriously. Like, not only have men been talking about women's bodies forever and making money off talking about women's bodies forever, but they've been doing it in a negative and derogatory way. Nobody
100%.
here is doing it in a negative or derogatory way.
That's the thing. It's not derogatory. And she even said in that podcast, she said about Matt, she was like, this is one of the like most amazing men I've ever dated. Like, he's so wonderful. Like, she said all these great things about him. But like,
He
yeah,
latched
and
on
like
to the
saying that
one
someone's
negative, potential negative, like,
right.
must be
And it
nice to be a man.
right, right. Well, I mean, I've heard that it is. So, but like wouldn't know. But I mean, if I could have a do-over, I would choose that side for sure cuz like that's just
1000%.
the way better route. Like,
1000%.
yeah. Um but no, I mean, that's the thing is that it wasn't derogatory. And so all these men that are like commenting on the post that like I made or you made or whatever being like, "Imagine if the situation were reversed." I'm like, "Okay, but what she said wasn't derogatory. It wasn't mean-spirited. It wasn't meant to be harmful or hurtful. It was literally just like his dick was too big for me."
Also, like, if that is the worst you're getting, if that's what you're getting offended by and filing lawsuits over is a girl saying your dick is too big for you, like her, you don't know what we could be saying that we're not.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. They have no, that's the thing, they don't know. They have
you have
no
no idea.
idea.
Like
They have
you,
no
like
idea.
you're hurt by that. Like men are such fucking pansies that that's what they're filing a lawsuit over. Like
Mhm.
I can't. It's like I can imagine 10 other worse things I could have said that I didn't say because you guys would have come for me, slaughtered me, and like cut off my non-existent dick. Like
Right.
I just it baffles me that like that's the hill they're dying on.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
Like,
think that
it
this
must be nice for that to be the biggest complaint you have. Like, it must be nice for that to have been the meanest thing someone said to you.
yeah, I mean, it must be nice. Again, wouldn't know how that feels, but like, yeah, it must be nice.
Jesus. Sorry, we're a man-hating podcast.
No, but like, yeah, I am curious how this is gonna play out because someone else like mentioned something in like a TikTok comment about the Hulk Hogan case and how I guess apparently he sued Gawker. This was a while ago. I don't know the exact details of it, but he won the case against Gawker. I think they wound up settling for like $30 million or something like that, and it was over privacy. So
What was the claim? Do you remember? What was it about being like, what was being just shown or
I
whatever?
think that it was about a like I want to say like a sex tape or something like that.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Well, okay. So similar also, there's the Kim Kardashian case, right? And then there was not a case, but Pete Davidson talking about how the Ariana Grande stuff. Did you see that?
No.
So Ariana Grande made all these comments similarly about how big Pete Davidson was. And he said that it was like really difficult for him that she made all these comments because every girl he slept with after was disappointed. And I was like, again, must be nice.
Right, must be
Sorry
nice.
she hyped you up so much that like
Yeah.
others were disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, also that clearly hasn't impacted his life in any negative way. Dudes banged every single hot model under the sun. So it's like whatever. I have, again,
I feel bad for you.
zero sympathy for Pete Davidson.
No.
But no, yeah. So the thing with Hulk, I just looked it up on my phone. So yeah, he filed a lawsuit against Gawker because they published excerpts of a sex tape featuring him.
Okay.
And he sued them for invasion of privacy and won the case. And it ultimately led to Gawker like going out of business because they had to file bankruptcy and like whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd they get the sex tape? Do you know? It's like
I'm not
Tommy.
sure how they got it. I don't know how they got it, but obviously, again, he couldn't. I mean, it was like he obviously did make this sex tape, and like the sex tape happened. But yeah,
Right. He didn't consent to
Yeah.
being publicized or whatnot. Yeah. Which I get. And that's like,
that I think is different. Like, obviously, if you're publishing excerpts of a sex tape of someone, like, okay, that is an invasion of privacy, 100%.
well, that's
But
also
I think-
not like you talking about your experience. That's publishing literal facts.
Exactly. So that I understand that because I think that's fair, right? But like, she wasn't publishing photos of his whatever.
What if, okay, play this out. What if instead on the podcast she'd said, we had to get a divorce because it was too small. We tried everything. I love him. He's a wonderful man. But like, I just like a little more girth.
I mean, then I think we might be in the same situation we're in now too. Like, he probably would be suing her for the same thing, right?
Yeah, but I'm getting at that, like, it could be worse. Like, you could have said
Of course it could be worse. It's way better to say like he was too big than he was too small, you know?
insane. I mean, like, I wonder, yeah, like maybe she should have. Whatever. Take him down a notch. Take him down a peg.
Yeah.
What was I thinking about recently? I've always been fascinated by guys and their dick size because apparently most guys measure their dick size. Did you know that?
Do they really? Most of them measure it?
Yeah. Like at certain, I mean, like I've asked almost every guy I've ever been with. I don't know why I've asked this, but I've been like, I have not asked like how big they are, but I've asked like, have you ever measured it? I'm curious. Like, do
Yeah.
you? Like, I want to
Sure.
know. And like
Yeah.
most of them have, and I'm like, yeah, they measure it hard, always hard. And so I'm like, I'm just imagining in my head, they like get hard, and then they go to the bathroom and find a little tape measure and like measure it.
I'd want to know.
Same.
Like, I'd want a solid number. Like, if I
But
if
like
I
they
had
have to do this while like in the throes of like being turned on. They have to be like, okay, wait, I was jerking off to some porn. Wait on, I gotta go get my tape measure.
gotta go get my tape measure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely like, look, it's rough because obviously there is such a thing as being too big and there is such a thing as being too small. And unfortunately, Matt Khalil falls into the bucket of being too big. And I think that that's probably rare, right? I don't think that there's a lot of men that fall into that bucket. There's probably more men that fall into the bucket of being too small.
What do you think's too big?
Although I don't know.
Like, what would your number be?
For like an ideal size?
No, like what's too big? I guess like what's.
Oh, I was like, oh, I mean, we can go there.
I'm curious, like what qualifies as too big for the average woman? I don't know. I don't know enough dick size measurements to know.
I think it depends on the person because I have friends that definitely like a big number.
That's a really good point.
And I have friends that actually prefer like a smaller number, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
So I don't really know what most women would say. I mean, I know what I would say. That's like too big.
Sure.
But like, I don't know what.
If that's like
Again,
a unanimous number. Yeah. No.
There are some of my friends that are just like, nope, I want like a monster cock. And I'm just like, bless up. Good for you, you know? I wouldn't work for me, but like, I love that for you, you know? So
I don't like anything too big or too small. I'm really good with average. Like,
I'm an average girl. Like, I'm just like, as long as like you're average, like great. All that I could ask for.
Right.
You know?
Like, extremes cause problems. I don't want you to be
100%.
I don't want you to be homeless. Like just generally you got a job, you got a home.
Yeah. Right.
Oy. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
We were gonna wrap this up by talking about ins and outs of 2025, 2026.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, I guess we can start with outs. There's a lot of outs that I think we have.
So I want to clarify. These aren't outs like they're not necessary or we don't need them or whatever. I think for me, my outs are just the things I'm over. Like
Yeah,
I don't want
agreed.
to, like, even if they're still like facially attractive, like I don't care. I'm over it.
Same.
I'm over protein. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm over protein. Alcohol did not need to happen. Like, we don't need
Yeah.
protein alcohol.
There's protein in a lot of stuff now. Listen, I'm all for eating protein, but you're right, I don't need it in like my popcorn.
No. Mm-mm. No.
And plus, what does it really do for you at that point in time? Like, if you're eating protein popcorn, you're still eating popcorn. It's just popcorn with protein. So, like,
No. I mean, I get it. Like, it's got fiber, it's got like, also, like, Khloe Kardashian, God bless her soul, she's done
God
a lot
bless her.
of, like, she's done a lot of work. Her body is snatched, right? Like, she's no longer the fat Kardashian or whatever. And I think I like her personality best. All that being said, like, when somebody who looks like that is trying to sell me on a snack and I know they are not sitting at home snacking,
Right. No, totally. It's total bullshit. It's total bullshit.
yeah, it can't really go there.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
what's
think
your out?
I think that's another one of my outs though. Like, you know how last year it was this really big trend for celebrities to admit like all the work that they had done? But like, oh, okay, guess we're excited about that. But
No idea what that was.
okay, balloons. But like they didn't actually admit to all the work that they
No,
had done.
no.
Like, okay, so
Like, you're
I'm
so
really over
laughing.
that shit. Like, don't, like, let's not, like, just don't talk about. Either just be like, I don't want to talk about the procedures that I've had done, and I'd be like, fair, or be honest and be like, this is all the shit that I've had done. Because, like, I don't
Wait,
like picking
on
and
that
choosing.
note, we were going to talk about this last year. I'm going to put you on the spot. We were going to talk about
Oh.
influencers in or out. I'm not going to ask for a full list, but give me one you think you're done with.
Oh. One I think I'm done with.
I can tell you who mine is. I'm done with Pookie. I'm done. You like Pookie? You're a Pookinator?
Like, they just seem
You
happy.
think it's real?
I don't know. I mean, but she's like, listen, if it's not, like, she lives a nice ass life. So, like, who are we to say? Like, I'm just kind of like, you know what? Maybe her and what's his name? Judd? Is his name Judd? Jed?
I don't know.
Jed? Whatever. You know?
I think here's the thing. It's like, to your point about the influencers admitting half of it. I would love to see her be like, "This is how we navigate a fight. This is just one like little nugget of real." Like, I
Yeah.
just love a nugget of real because then I feel like I could buy into everything else. But it's
Yeah.
just so feels
I'm
so.
trying to, yeah, I'm trying to think of someone, honestly, like, off the top of my head that I'm just, like, over.
Oh, I got another one. I never really followed her, but I'm like now like dead in the coffin to me. Tara's World. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
She's
would
nailed in the
kind of
coffin
agree.
for me
I would kind of agree with that. Like, I actually do follow her because I thought that she was just like really funny and
for a while.
honestly,
And then it got
what's
mean.
up?
She was for a while, and then I feel like it got mean.
Yeah, she's definitely gone off the rails and her whole thing about
The New Year's
losing all
Eve
of her money.
shop.
She's like, I need money and like I'm not getting any like brand deals and like her management dropped her or whatever. But she's living in like what, like a $20 million house. Don't quote me on that, not a $20 million house, but like a very, very expensive house
Sure.
in Beverly Hills where like her mortgage I think is $20,000 a month. So I'm like, okay.
Maybe downsize.
Right. Like, I can't really feel, and like, again, the girl has millions of followers on TikTok. All of her videos get millions of views. So I'm like, you're making money. Like, we know you're making money
Money.
still. Like,
Did you see the New Year's Eve drama with her?
yes, with the shirt or whatever.
I can't. I don't care if the woman's a nurse or not. I don't care. Like,
Yeah, it's not great.
it's not great. Like, just don't double down. Don't let that be the hill you die on. Like,
Yeah, it's not great. I'm honestly trying to. I honestly am trying to think of somebody that I'm just like really over. This is mean. Yeah, I don't even know if you know who this is,
okay.
but I'm kind of over Emily Schumann, Cupcakes and Cashmere. I was obsessed with her for a very long time.
Okay. I never like
Um,
really got into her, but
yeah,
yeah, you know what? I have trouble with super aesthetic leaning or wannabe aesthetic
yes. I
branding.
think that's why I don't, and this isn't anything against her, but I think that's why
Yeah.
I'm like not into her anymore, is because she was very much a part of the whole like millennial creators where like their grid was perfect and like
Right.
everything was super aesthetic. And I'm just kind of like, I don't relate to that anymore. And,
It also
you
doesn't
know,
feel
everything's
aspirational to me anymore, to be fair.
right. And like she posts all these photos of like her and like her beautiful family. And I'm just like, listen, I love that for you, but again, can't relate to this anymore. Like, it's just like, I don't need to see like your family costume on Halloween every year anymore. And, you know, she also apparently, I think, is part of that like toxic mom group that Ashley Tisdale called.
Wait, do you have thoughts on that?
Yes, I do.
I haven't dived it yet. We can save
I
that.
haven't.
We should
We can save it,
we
but
should deep dive.
I have thoughts.
Okay. I
Yeah,
have
I mean, real quick, I honestly think that probably both parties are insane. Like I've heard a lot of shit about Ashley Tisdale, you know, being problematic and like being annoying, and like I've also heard a lot of shit about Hillary Duff being problematic and being annoying, like on the set of whatever Lizzie McGuire, whatever the hell. So I'm just like, they're probably both crazy. Like I don't know, you know.
I
But
have
listen,
I
I
have
think
so many thoughts.
this is why I never hang out in groups of women because groups of women scare me. I think that honestly when a lot of women get together only bad things happen. I think it's no more than two for me. I don't do groups. It
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stresses me out. Like
No,
it's just
I thought you were about to say this is why I don't hang out with Hillary Duff, and I was like,
oh,
I
I
didn't know we were invited.
no. No, hey, like no. Not a friend of mine. But no, this is I just think like when like it's literally a group of women, like you immediately like it's something in our DNA that starts to like you just
Yeah,
gang up on people.
yeah.
It's like we are just like catty by nature. And I hate to say that, but I think that it's like that's just what happens when you put a group of women together, especially like moms dealing with kids, like,
But
you
I'm
know,
gonna circle it back to the patriarchy and say that's why. Because
100%. Of
women
course.
were taught that our worth came from these things and inevitably taught that there was only a select amount of us that were going to get chosen by men, and so we're consistently in this cycle of like trying to tear down others. Like that is our, what's it called, natural selection, like trying to become
Yeah.
like the most desirable, right? Like
Yeah,
because
like
we feel that,
survival of the fittest. Yeah.
correct. And like that's our version. Man's version is they just punch each other, which,
Totally. Yeah, we
you
tear each
know,
other down with words. Men tear each other down with fists. Like, yeah,
it's
100%.
it's the equivalent of that, which sucks. And I blame men for it, but also biology and a whole bunch of other things. Okay, so what are your
Yeah.
ins for 2026?
My ins for 2026. Personally, like, just not giving a fuck. Like, I am just really at a place where I am just like, I just don't care. You know,
What's the worst
I
thing
just don't
that
give a
happened?
fuck. I don't give a fuck. Yep.
I say this to my boyfriend a lot, is I say like, unless I'm hurting somebody, being an asshole, or like going to cause like harm, like me
Yeah.
just being me, if you don't like it, that's fine. I don't
Totally. Right. Like, I don't
like,
care. Like,
if
it's,
I'm not your vibe, fine. If I'm not your
yeah.
people, fine. Like I'm
Yeah.
not hurting anybody.
That I literally say this all the time, like whenever I get like hate comments or whatever, and people are like, wow, like imagine making a video about this when there are like starving children in Ethiopia. And I'm just like, listen, if you want to follow a creator that is bringing good to the world and trying to make a change and trying to make a difference and like helping others, be my guest. I'm not your person, okay?
Right.
Like
Those
I
people
have,
exist.
of course they exist and good for them. And I'm glad there are better people in the world than myself because we need those people. But I'm not one of those people. So
Also, counterpoint, I can be one of those people not publicly. I can help
true.
whoever, whatever, and it not be what I talk about, right? Like, because
Exactly.
sometimes I wonder if you talk about it, is your validation coming from like you, other people seeing worth in that, right? It's like those people
Totally.
try and help you, but like the only reason they're helping you is because they get validation from helping others, but like they're not helping,
100%.
you know?
Yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I'm not helping the starving kids in Ethiopia, but I could be, and you wouldn't know.
Right. We would never know. Yeah,
Maybe
no,
I
totally.
am.
Fair.
I'm helping other people. Okay.
Fair. What
I
about you? What's your in?
I have to say my in is color. Like
Mm.
I'm over beige, I'm over white, I'm over, you know what I'm also even more specifically over? Beige and white and gold in combo.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
it's a very specific like millennial interior design decor
Yes.
palette. Home Goods
Yes.
is all over it. I
Yes.
also suffered that renaissance. I don't want to go back. Like just give me a color. You can
Right.
have like a color my cat's litter box is cleaning right now. Sorry.
Oh, I can't hear anything. It's fine.
Have a color that's like your signature color. You can have a couple colors. I don't care what they are, but give me some.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm over the whole like neutral color palette. Like we don't need to live life in beige, you know?
Which
Like I just
also,
think
isn't Pantone's color this year literally like white?
yeah, it's like this creamy white color. And I'm just like, okay.
They didn't get the memo.
No, they didn't get the memo. They didn't get the memo. I question that a lot, like where that comes from. That's a whole other topic though, like Pantone. Like
I feel like that's probably someone's job. Someone's job is literally determining the color. Like their entire job is that color.
oh, it is. Like there's probably a team of people that do this. But like could you imagine that's your job?
That's
What a
wild.
crazy job to have.
Crazy. How do you get into that? How do you network into being the Pantone color of the year decider? And like
Bro, you know what I'm gonna do for a living? I'm gonna decide Pantone's color of the year. Like, what? What makes you qualified to do that? Who are you?
no, it's wild to me. And then they name it, and it's always some like random ass name, like
Right.
Airy Fairy Cloud White. And it's like,
Exactly. Like, it's never just white. It's like
no,
pearl, or it's like, I don't know, marshmallow, or
bespoke marshmallow white.
or like cloud in the sky. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
I don't
just
know what the name of it is
white.
this year, but it was something.
I actually I don't know what the name is either. It's yeah, but
Oy.
yeah.
Okay, on that note, I have to wrap us up. Final last thoughts, ins and outs.
Ins, I think. What was another thing on my list? Lanyards, keychains, fun keychains.
I do
Again,
like
bringing back color
Mm-hmm. Outs for me, Sydney Sweeney.
for sure, for sure.
And not even because
Pickleball was
political.
one of my outs.
What was?
Pickleball was one of my outs.
Anything with rackets. Pickleball, paddleball. I don't even know the difference between the two. Any of the balls with rackets. No more
Right,
rackets.
gotta go.
Yeah, not
Gotta
into
go.
that. And
Not
the
into that either.
brands, like their entire aesthetic is like rackets. Like rackets,
Yes.
whatevers. They got rackets on everything. Like if you say that you want to like, or like if you're saying that you want to like what's the phrase? Just say you want to like cosplay rich, right? Like,
Yeah,
like somewhere along the line we decided rackets meant wealth, and I don't subscribe.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it either. No.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think that's
I think
all.
that's a good list. Well, I look forward to us chatting again next week, and I guess until then.